Crabman from Crabman Gaming here, and today we're playing WWF SmackDown Just Bring It Story Mode with William Regal, and it is my final playthrough of my quest to play through SmackDown Just Bring It Story Mode with every single character, including the hidden characters. This is the 42nd time I've gone through this story mode. We're finally up to the William Regal, and I am very relieved and excited. William Regal, I have a huge opportunity for you. It involves you and the tag team titles. I can't give you all the details, but I have a match all set for you. You'll need to find a tag team partner. Well, his tag team partners, Lance Storm is not in the game, so we don't want to form a tag team. Eugene's not there as well. I believe Christian is. Okay, respect your decision, but this opportunity for the tag team titles might not come your way again. Oh no, he didn't. He wasn't tag team champ with Christian. I was thinking of Lance Storm and the Un-American, so two-time tag champ with Lance Storm, once with Eugene and once with Tajiri. So four-time tag team champion in the WWF. But we'll get to there in a little bit. Alright, out comes Test, and if you want to know the lyrics to his song, watch the Test playthrough. That is playthrough number 38, where I looked up the lyrics and then sang along to them as I went. Alright, here is Test. He's going to call out the current WWF champion. That's The Undertaker. You can't hide backstage all night. They had a match at SummerSlam. I want to say 2002. I could be wrong. But we should probably talk about William Regal. Here's the man. He's going to come out. A lot of people don't realise he spent quite a long time in WCW as well. He was there from 93 to 98, where he was a four-time television champion. Had a lot of exciting battles in WCW. Undertaker. But Undertaker's not going to come out. Oh, I loved Regal's music. I just wanted to sit and listen for a minute. It is majestic. Came to WWE, we're just going to talk trash. Came to WWE for about a year as Lord Steven Regal. No, not Lord Steven Regal, but the real man's man. Steven Regal. Don't start thinking you're going to get a title shot before me. Face it, Test, you're washed up. Was just there quickly, had a few issues, and went to rehab, went back to WCW for about a year before coming in not late 99, but in 2000, and quickly winning the European title. No one around here wants to see you in a title match. So then changed his moniker to William Regal and has been William Regal ever since. And through a few ups and downs, has actually had a tremendous career in the WWE, a favourite of most people. So he was most synonymous with the European Championship, so that's the championship we're going to go for today with William Regal. 4 times he held that title. Also a 2-time Intercontinental Champion as well. First won the title from Edge at the Royal Rumble 2001, lost it to Rob Van Dam at WrestleMania 18. Actually, he might have won it at Royal Rumble 2002. Because I want to destroy Test, so I demand a singles match against Test tonight. It's not usually what people say. So you're going to get your match with Test. William Regal versus Test on Raw. Was also a hardcore champion 5 times as well, but probably all 5 of those reigns were under a day and may have even taken place on house shows. And he was the King of the Ring 2008. This is a test. Test. This is a test.
Weighing 282 pounds from Toronto, Canada, Test.
Alright, let's see what moves Regal's got. A very technical wrestler, probably one of the best technical wrestlers in the WWF at the time, along with Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko. They actually had some really good technical wrestlers. A lot of them did come from WCW, because they had a more kind of technical style, and the WWE was probably a little bit more brawl orientated. A lot of bigger superstars just prior to this era, with more power moves, and WCW had a lot of the cruiserweights and a lot of the technical wrestlers, your Fit Finleys, your Four Horsemen. Lots and lots of technical wrestling in WCW. Lots of wrestling. Gee, Test dominating early. Could be a dangerous opponent here, Test, if I'm not careful. Oh, everyone has that stupid knee. Default knee. Roll through. He's into the leg lock. Fantastic. Hopefully he's got the Regal stretch as his finisher. Love that move. It's fantastic. Always looked really hard to escape from as well. Had a really good series of matches with Chris Jericho. Had some really good matches with Edge as well. Got a couple of good Crabman Regal matches to recommend. One is the WrestleMania 17 match against Chris Jericho, and I was actually listening to Chris Jericho's podcast, and he talked about, okay, yeah, you can have a great match if you get given 30 minutes. He said, me and Regal, WrestleMania 17, we got told we had 8 minutes with entrances, so they had to still have a good match anyway. So that's an awesome match. It only goes for about 6 or 7 minutes. And then same, really strangely, the year after, so the match with Jericho, Jericho was the IC champ and he retained. And the year after, William Regal was the IC champ and he had another really great opener with Rob Van Dam. So those are two matches that I would recommend you watch from William Regal.
So cool. This is a professional.
If you get a chance.
Look at the situation now.
Has an interesting match with Cesaro on an episode of NXT, which is one of William Regal's final matches. You can tell that he's he's near the end of his career, but really puts on a great effort in that match as well. And another match to recommend, which is from Raw, where William Regal's the Intercontinental Champion, and he wrestles CM Punk in a no disqualification match. So if you can track down that match, I think it's from 2008, you can watch that, and that would be a cool match to watch as well. If you have a favourite William Regal match, pop it down in the comments below. Flick a like if you watched this far. Stay tuned for some more wrestling videos. If I can get Shut Your Mouth Out of My Broken PlayStation, I will play that. If not, I'll have to move on to SmackDown vs. Raw. For now, there's a standing move I might do. I think it's the Regal Cutter. Yeah, there it is. I did like that move as well. That was pretty cool. Hopefully that's enough to put Test away. Yeah, that's it, Test. No match for the Regal Cutter.
Here is your winner, William Regal.
I don't think he had his power of the punch move in this game just yet. I think that came out, I think it's in Shut Your Mouth, but just as a regular move, and then it ended up becoming his finisher in some of the future games. Don't think you can get away like this. Good for you. Keep up the good work. The very sight of you makes me sick. Right, let's not save, but continue. I can't believe this is the final playthrough. I've actually done 43 playthroughs because I did 2 for Steve Austin, although the title defense one didn't really count. But still, that is a lot of playthroughs. It's taken me 6 weeks to get this far. So if you're watching, I appreciate it. Really love anyone who watches the video, takes time to go back and watch a near 20-year-old wrestling game. But for some reason, I thought it would be interesting to do. And for the most part, it has been. Listen, it's hard to believe it. It is. But people are talking about me and William Regal and who is closest to a World Wrestling Federation title shot. I think the irony is not lost on me that Albert was my first playthrough 6 weeks ago when he teamed with Eddie Guerrero was Heat Factor. I'm the only one who deserves a shot at the World Wrestling Federation title. I don't think you've ever had a shot at the World Wrestling Federation title. If you're serious about challenging for the title, come out here and face me man to man. But because we want to go for the Intercontinental... Nope. Because we want to go for the European title, we want to stay backstage. Yeah, the irony's not lost on me. Albert was the first. William Regal will be the last. You're smarter than I thought, William Regal. It was a good decision for you to just give up. I'll be getting the World Wrestling Federation title now. And actually, Albert and Eddie Guerrero were the tag champions for ages. They were the tag champions, I think, until playthrough... I don't know. But for a while. Oh, here's Michael Cole with his blonde tips. William Regal, Vince McMahon is waiting for you. Oh, thanks. I love how Regal's just hanging out in his trunks. Just, maybe he might get a match. Just be ready. Don't put any trackies. Now, is this... I think this is where he's not in the dressing room. And you have to talk to Earl first. Yeah, I don't understand why. They say Vince is looking for you, but the only person you can talk to is Earl Hebner. Here he is. Hey, Earl Hebner. You want to say, hi, how are you? And they should direct you to Vince. Because usually he'll direct you to William Regal in the commissioner's office. But you are William Regal. So for Regal, you have to go to Vince McMahon. The Mr. McMahon is looking for you. So usually that line would be, the commissioner is waiting for you. But it's changed to Vince McMahon, so there was a bit of a grammatical error. Yes, I'm thinking about having you go after the European title tonight. How does that sound to you? That sounds it would be my honor, sir. Where's the sir? Thank you for the offer, but I must refuse. I want the Intercontinental title. No, it's his honor to go for the European title. Okay, go get ready for the match. Thanks, Vince. Should I say thank you, sir?
World Wrestling Federation European title.
Yeah, me versus Matt Hardy. I think the WWF kind of regret having this European title as such a kind of lowly championship, because when they've started NXT UK, they had to have the UK championship. But I think it would have been really cool if it could have been called like the NXT European Championship to represent all of Europe, because you know you have Walter challenging for the title, and I've forgotten his name because it's been a while. Ilya Dragovich. Dragovich? That's slipping my memory. The Russian fella, anyway. Ilya Dragovich. I probably butchered that really badly. You've got people challenging from outside the UK, and it'd be cool if it was called like the European Territory and a European Championship. But this title kind of ruined that, so it has to be the NXT UK Championship. Here's Euro champ Matt Hardy. Went on a random episode of SmackDown, I think just before Backlash, which kind of mixed those matches around.
Who do you think you're talking to? Michael Cole.
I think Eddie Guerrero was the Euro champ, and then Matt Hardy just beat him on a random on the SmackDown before Backlash, and then Regal was like, "Oh, let's switch all these matches around." And then I can't remember exactly what the Backlash matches ended up being now, but they did get a little bit mixed around. I think Regal just swapped some opponents. Oh yes, I did like the knees. The knees were always really cool. Alright, Matt. I'm sorry, Matt, but you stand no chance. Where are we? Insurrection UK pay-per-view just for Regal. I didn't even notice.
Bang!
Gonna win it, his home country.
Alpha
I wonder where we are. O2 Arena, Sheffield Arena. They held some pay-per-views in Sheffield. Manchester Evening News Arena.
Are those legs still okay?
This singles match is great.
William Regal is the most dangerous man in the World Wrestling Federation.
Oh, the most dangerous man.
Did you see that?
It's no longer Ken Shamrock. They've got rid of Ken Shamrock. Now Regal's the most dangerous man.
Super backdrop.
A hard shot by William Regal.
I don't know why I did that.
Hip throw. I guess he doesn't care.
His submission is really powerful. Who will win the match?
Gee, I think getting so caught up in just playing as Regal that I'm forgetting really to talk about his career. As he came in Euro Champ, was in the Un-Americans, was the commissioner as well, was actually the WCW commissioner for a little while. I remember him costing Steve Austin the championship. So Kurt Angle had won the title at Unforgiven 2001, and Austin had his rematch on Raw, and Kurt Angle turned his back on the WWF and hit Austin with a title. No, hit Kurt with a title, and Austin won the championship on Raw. Which, like, when I was a kid, I'm like, oh, the title changing on Raw. It's like was amazing. It just didn't really happen. I mean, it did happen, but you know, when you're a kid, nothing seems to have ever happened before. I don't think I'd seen the title. I think I'd seen it change hands once when Triple H beat Big Show, and that was it. Oh, here's the Regal cutter. That could be all.
Oh my gosh! Oh my!
I was going to go for the Regal stretch, I just forgot. Oh, one!
Never seen a fight like this.
Well, I might have to go for the Regal stretch.
Believe it. The contest continues.
He was in the Un-Americans, had Tajiri with him for a while, kind of looked after Eugene. Had the angle where he was the Raw GM and he would just turn the lights off, and I think he was set for a big push and perhaps a shot at the World Heavyweight title, because Triple H is a big fan of his, or a friend of his, however you want to put it, and then failed a wellness policy test, and that kind of ended that push, which was a shame.
Huh?
A little feud with CM Punk. Was we in King Booker's court when he was King Booker,
Gosh.
when he was the World Heavyweight Champion. And then had that little stable, which I completely forgot about until just now, the Ruthless Roundtable with Kozlov and
Singles match will be in a
Ezekiel Jackson as well. Another not easy to forget, but wrestler gets forgotten about. Final ECW champion Ezekiel Jackson had the best entrance theme almost of all time. So if you don't remember it, go and look up the Ezekiel Jackson theme, and it is one of the very best ever. I want to put on the Regal stretch to win.
Both superstars are showing some excellent
Now,
moves.
I'm not sure if this is the end of the playthrough or if I have to defend the title, but I'm already at a pay-per-view, so it'd be weird if I've got to defend it as well.
Are competing continually.
So that's why we'll put the Regal stretch on. We'll see what happens.
Shoulder block.
Both superstars are showing some excellent moves.
Oh, brutal.
Watch out for his submission.
That's it. Work on that leg for the Regal stretch. Don't want to do it near the ropes because there is rope break. Oh, backslide.
Reverse pin.
That should be fine. What will the outcome of this
Matt
match?
stuck under.
Where's the defense?
Maybe he has to be face down to do it, which is sometimes is a little bit annoying. Oh, armbar.
It's good.
I think he flips him over. I hope he has the Regal stretch. I'm not really sure. Otherwise, I might have to do the Regal cutter. It's kind of hard to get them face down. I think in future SmackDown games, if they're if they've got a floor finisher, it doesn't really matter which way they're laying.
Federation. I'm lucky.
Oops, sorry, Al.
An excellent match.
Oh no, there we go. He can be facing on his front. Regal stretch. Tap out. European champion. Maybe I have to do it from the side.
Is your winner, the World Wrestling Federation European Champion, William Regal.
In his home country. Wins the European Championship. So is everyone proud? Do we see him with the title? There we do. William Regal. Now I'm not sure if this is the end of my 42 playthroughs or if I have to defend the championship as well, so we'll see. This could be the very end or there could be one more match. Regal is the European champion. Well done to William Regal.
Attention.
Do I want to save? No. Do I want to continue? Oh, there's more. Alright, I'm not done yet. One last hurrah. But where am I? Am I still in Insurrection or what? I don't understand what show I'm on. Oh, now I'm at Fully Loaded. Tonight I'm going to have Albert challenge William Regal for the European title. Oh, how fitting. Started with Albert, finish against Albert. I love it. Final match of this series. Albert's going to challenge for the European title, an announcement only Vince McMahon could make. No one else could make that but Vince. And he takes ages to say it as well. I hope you all enjoy the match. Well, I've enjoyed these playthroughs and I'm really looking forward to playing a different game very soon, as I have played this game a lot. I don't know how many hours it's taken me to play through with 42 characters, but it's taken a long time. Alright, here we go. The final match, William Regal versus Albert. Let's see William Regal with the championship.
Weighing 240 pounds, from Blackpool, England, the World Wrestling Federation European Champion, the Commissioner of the World Wrestling Federation, William Regal.
Here he comes. Let's watch his full entrance. I wonder if he wipes. Does he wipe his feet on the ring? He certainly does. Wipe the dirt off your boots. Get on in the ring for Queen and Country. And here comes the only member of X Factor in the game.
Weighing 350 pounds, from Boston, Massachusetts, Albert.
Both of these people now heavily involved in NXT. Alright, let's teach him a wrestling lesson here in the final match. I don't know whether to, I kind of feel excited and sad all at the same time. It's kind of like when you leave something, you're going there for the last time and you're being keen to be done, but also you feel sad when you get there. Maybe I'll just keep playing it in secret forevermore. Just bring it forever. Now, there's plenty of other wrestling games. I have so many to play through. The aim is to play through as many as I can. Although starting with the PS2 era here, is the first two SmackDown games, while they do have a story mode, they're not overly exciting to watch through 20 years later, whereas at least these are all different and they're short enough to keep, hopefully, keep people interested.
Ouch! He's attacking with fierce tenacity.
So plenty of other things to check out on the channel as well if you've enjoyed these wrestling videos. Lots of earlier stuff, lots of rumbles, lots of PS1, 2 and 3 games. Ooh, that could have been it.
That is horrible. I guess he doesn't care.
Oh, nice uppercut.
Bang!
Another one.
And Albert
Headlock
are
takedown.
competing continually.
I know why I went to pick him up again.
Oh!
I always loved that big robe that Regal would wear as well around the 2008 time. I always wanted a robe like that. You must have to get them specially made, but it looked really cool.
Watch out for his Baldo Bomb.
Alright, come on Regal.
Look,
If you're able to find it, I can't remember what show it's from, but I remember watching. It might even be from Japan, but it's a William Regal or Steven Regal versus Chris Benoit match from Japan. Maybe just search it up on YouTube. I remember watching that before, and it's really good. They probably have more than one match, but if you can find any of their matches, they are excellent.
Where's the defense?
We'll try and put the Regal stretch on to finish us off. Poor Albert, not the strongest final boss of the game.
We can't take our eyes off this match.
That's not gonna work.
But stranger things have happened. I have lost a few games across this playthrough. Sometimes things have seemed easier than they are. Or things haven't quite worked out. Alright, here we go. We're just about at the end.
William Regal.
Just about at the finale. This backslide could do it.
Federation.
Can't win with a backslide. Just cannot. Not after all this time. Oh no. Northern Lariat.
Contest continues.
That must hurt.
Albert doesn't want to go down. He's not ready for this to be over.
Regal is fired up for tonight's match.
Maybe I'm not ready for this to be over. It's the end. Oh, so many counters. The thing I'll remember about this game is all the counters. There are so many counters. Alright, can I do it? There it is. Regal stretch. Regal stretch. That's it. The series is over. The playlist is over. The controller's gone down. 42 playthroughs complete. Regal still the European champion. I'm just about shedding a tear here at my desk. It has been such a long journey. Thank you if you've watched just one video. If you've watched just 1 minute of one video, thank you so much. Flick a like down the bottom. And just stay tuned for more videos. Just enjoy doing videos for you all. William Regal did an excellent job of defending the European title. Well, I'm about to sign out. That is the end. I've unlocked a card. I'll save it after as one fair farewell. And my friends, Crabman out. That is the end. Stay tuned for some more playlists.